Buzzer TV presents vintage game shows on Amazon.
Ace is high. Deuce is low. Call it right and win the dough on Card Shark. And here's the host of Card Shark, Jim Perry.
Hi, thank you. Thank you very much. And welcome back to the second installment of Card Sharks. Thank you. What good group. Thank you very much. Welcome to Card Sharks, a game of decisions where you can win a fortune on the turn of a single card. So let's not waste any time. Let's get to the cards. Janice and Ann, if you will, start loading in the cards. The red cards on the top to be played by our champion. The blue cards on the bottom to be played by our challenger. And as you can see, we have a game in progress with these fine Card Sharks. Let's meet them right now. Our returning champion, Susan Riley. Susan's won $800. Susan, nice to have you back.
Nice to be back, Jim.
And tell us a little more about yourself.
Well, I said I was an unemployed school teacher looking for a job.
Yeah.
And if I'm not successful with that, I hope to be able to open a small restaurant.
Good. So you want to get another plug-in about that work there. You got to get you a job, Susan. You got money now, right? And our challenger we're meeting once again, Ray Ussery. Nice to see you again, sir. I didn't ask you, how long have you been in the service, Ray?
22 years.
22. You enjoying it?
I think I'll stay around a little while, see if I like it. If I do, I'll make a career of it.
Good to have you back. Okay, players, good luck to both of you. And each player has his and her own deck of 52 playing cards, and they are shuffled and cut and dealt out in front of the players before going on the air. In the case of this game, which we have in progress, we left the 3 cards up. The rest of the decks have been reshuffled, and we're ready to start over. And the red cards will be played at the top by Susan, our champion. The blue cards on the bottom, played by our challenger, Ray, who has a lead. He needs only 2 cards. The object of the game is to work your way across the board, predicting whether each of these cards is higher or lower than the one that precedes it. Before you can begin calling high-low on the cards, you have to first answer a high-low toss-up question. All of the toss-up questions based on a poll of 100 people, and that tests your ability to judge human nature. Here's the second question of the game as we left off, and Ray, the question goes to you. We asked 100 married women in a California studio audience, who is more likely to start an argument, you or your husband? How many women said that they were?
I don't think many women admit starting arguments. I think they all think their husbands would. I think they would probably say 35.
You say 35 women would say that they were. All right. Susan, you think it's higher or lower than 35 women who said they were more likely to start an argument?
I'm going to say higher.
Say higher.
Yeah.
A woman says higher.
I think so.
All right, let's find out. If it is higher, Susan, you'll go to the board first. If it is not higher, Ray gets the first crack at the cards, and I'll find out as you do. The actual number of married women who said they were more likely to start an argument is 62. 62. Wow. It is higher. Well, that teaches me the next time I start an argument, I'm going to blame my wife. Susan, we'll take a look at your base card. You answered the high-low toss-up. You can change it if you'd like. You've got a 10. You want to play that 10? You want to change it?
I'm going to gamble. I'm going to change it.
You'll change it. Here's the next card off the top of your deck, and it is a 5. And that you've got to play. So, Susan, is this next card higher or lower than that 5? I'm
going to say higher.
You say higher. Remember, if it's another 5, you lose. It must be higher than a 5. It's a 7. That's higher. Now, Susan, you've got a decision to make. You can freeze at this point and protect your position, or you can continue calling high-low all the way across the board if you'd like. But remember, if you make a missed call, you lose all your cards back to your original base card, and Ray gets a free chance at his cards. And keep in mind, Ray needs only 2 cards. What's your decision, Susan? Continue
I'm going to
or
go.
freeze?
I'm going to go. I'm going to change my strategy. I'm going to go, and I'm going to call the next card higher.
You're going to go. Higher than a 7. We have a 3. Oh, it didn't work. You lose both of those cards, and that gives Ray that free chance. Ray, you did not answer the question. You must play off the 6. You can't change it. Is this card higher or lower than a 6?
I feel it's definitely higher.
Higher than a 6. It is a queen. All right. That's higher. Ray, you need just 1 more card. What's it going to be?
I'm going all the way. The next card is lower than the queen.
You say lower than a queen. Remember, we play the best 2 out of 3. This is the first game of the match. If this is lower than a queen, you have the first game and $100. It is A king! You couldn't take advantage of it. It is not lower. Janice, if you will, fill in the spaces there with the next cards off the top of the deck. Susan, the question goes to you. We asked 100 first-grade children in Southern California, someday, would you like to get married? How many first graders said yes? That's good.
It's very appropriate. I'm going to say 72.
72.
First graders.
Now remember, if you're wrong, you may never get a job as a teacher. You say 72.
Don't say that.
Ray, what do you think? Higher or lower than
I don't
72 would like to get married?
I think the number is actually lower.
You say lower. I would think maybe lower. Little kids generally, they don't like each other, the opposite sex. What do they know at that age? The actual number of first graders who said they would like to get married is 57. It is lower. Ray, now you can change that 6 if you'd like. You want to play it or change it?
I think I'll change the 6.
All right, here comes the next card for you, Ray, and it is a 7. Ooh, you didn't improve yourself very much. Call this one.
I think the next card is higher.
Higher than a 7. It's a jack.
Right.
Ray, you going to try to go with that one card, or are you going to freeze it and keep Susan away from her cards?
I'm going all the way. I think the next card is lower.
All right, if this is lower than a jack, you've got the first game in the match. It is a 2. That gives Ray the first game with $100. That's 2 out of 3. The winner of the match get a crack at the money cards and a win of possibly over $25,000. Janice, you'll clear the board. We'll be right back with the next game of the match right after this. Don't go away. Oh, we were just talking about that judgment of human nature, and Susan was saying, you would have thought more kids would have liked to get married in the first grade, huh?
Yeah, the children I know, most of them say they want to marry everybody. Some of them
all
want to
right.
marry me.
Maybe your judgment will work out better in this game. Ray's got the first game, and Janice, if you will, let's deal out the cards for the second game in the match, and we'll start with a question that goes to you, Ray.
Okay.
We asked 100 average Los Angeles women, as far as you know, do you snore? How many women said yes?
First of all, I don't know many average women.
That's true.
I know all of them deny snoring, so I think they would say most of them deny it. The number is probably, I think 25 out of 100 say they actually snore.
25. Susan, higher or lower than 25?
I'm going to say lower.
You say lower?
Yeah, I'm going to say lower. I don't think too many.
All right, the actual number of women who said that they snore is 35. Not lower, it's higher. Oh, a lot of them out there. Ray, here's your base card for this game. You have an ace. I don't have to ask you if you're going to play that one. Just make the call.
I think I'll keep it.
Go on through the motions, but I'll ask you, what are you going to call it?
I'm going to keep it. And the next card is definitely lower.
I can't imagine why you'd say that. Lower than an ace only, another ace would lose for you. It is a jack. Same options apply. Freeze or continue, Ray.
I think I'll continue. I feel the next card is lower.
Lower than a jack. It's a 5. It is lower. Decision-making gets a little tougher now because you're risking 2 cards. What are you going to do?
Freeze.
You'll freeze it. We'll move that freeze bar over. The 5 becomes a new base card. Can't take that away from you. That keeps Susan away from the cards. Susan, the question goes to you. We asked 100 people on the streets of New York, have you ever been mugged? How many said yes? 98 to someone in the audience. Obviously a New Yorker. What do you
I think New
say?
York gets a lot of unfair publicity about that. I'm going to say 34.
34. You say that New York gets unfair publicity.
Yeah.
Only 34.
Well, they said
34 out of 100. Ray, what do you think? Higher or lower than 34?
Well, from what I've heard, I think the number is higher.
You say it's higher. Oh. I think all the way around, New York needs a new PR man. The actual number of people in New York who said that they have been mugged is 13. Not higher. It's lower. Yeah, I would hate to think that it was that high. Susan, we'll look at your base card now. You can change it if you'd like. You have a 10. You want to play that or change it?
Change it.
Here's the next card. It's a pretty good card, but let's see if we can improve it. You have, this time, a 6. No, you didn't improve it very well, but you've got to play this one and call this
I'm
card.
going to call the next card higher, Jim.
Higher than a 6. It is a queen, and that is higher than a 6. Susan, you need this game to tie. What are you going to do
I'm
now?
going to continue, and I'm going to call the next card lower.
Lower than a queen. It's a 4. Cards haven't been working too well for you before this, but now they are. What's your decision here, Susan?
I'm going to continue, and I'm going to call the next card higher.
Higher than a 4. It's an ace. Yes, indeed. Very much higher. What are you going to do, Susan?
I'm going to go. Lower.
Lower than an ace to tie up the match at 1-1. If it's lower, it is a 3. It's lower with 4 straight cards. You did it. Yeah. A little more there, Janice. Very quickly and nicely done there, Susan. We've got a tie at 1-1. Each player with $100. Each player with a win. And we'll go now to the tiebreaker. And with the tiebreaker, we have just 3 questions. And we have only 3 cards up there. So when I turn this little thing around, thank you, R2D. He doesn't talk back to me. That's the only thing about him. All right, we're ready back there. Just 3 cards up there, so control is most important with this tiebreaker. Question to you, Ray. We asked 100 married men in a California studio audience, did you sleep on the couch last night? How many men said yes?
Even though they might have, I don't think would admit it. I think no more. I think maybe 10 men would admit sleeping on the couch.
You say 10. All right, Susan, higher or lower than 10?
Lower. I'm going to say even lower.
You say lower.
Yeah, I think they just leave.
I don't even sit on the couch at my house. The actual number of married men who said they slept on the couch last night is 3. It is lower. Only 3. Yes. And as I said, you have just 3 cards up there. Someone's going to get a crack at the money cards. Susan, here's that all-important base card. You have an 8. Want that or change it? Change it.
Change
That's
it.
about the worst card you can get. We have a 4. That's a better card. Susan, with 2 cards to go, what's your call here?
I'm going to go, and I'm going to say higher.
Higher than a 4. It is a 5. A little bit higher. Difficult decision now. Fairly good card, but you need only 1 to win the match and to get a chance at the money cards. You're going to freeze?
I'm going to go.
You're going to go?
Yeah, I'm going to call the next card higher.
Higher. If this is higher than a 5, you win the match and a chance at the money cards. If it's not, Ray still has a chance. It is a 2. Could not do it. It was lower. Ray, we'll look at your base card. You've got an 8. Not a very good card, but you must play it to call this. You cannot change it.
Phil, the next card is higher.
A couple of people in the audience said change it. No, you did not answer the high-low toss-up. You cannot change it. This is higher than an 8, you say. It is another 8. It is not higher. Couldn't take advantage of it. We'll fill in the spaces with the next cards. And Susan, a question to you. We asked 100 average women, if it were legal and perfectly acceptable, would you have more than 1 husband? How many said they would?
Gosh, that really is a difficult question. Not too many, no. I'm going to say 19.
19. Would you have more than 1 husband, Susan?
No.
No. Ray, higher or lower than 19 say they would have more than 1 husband?
I think the number would be higher.
You say higher. Would you like to have more than 1 wife?
Heavens no.
Okay. The actual number of women who said that they would have more than 1 husband is 18. It is not higher. It is lower. Susan. Again, you've still got that good card with a 4. Do you want to change it or play it?
No, I'll keep it, and I'm going to call the next card higher.
Higher than a 4. Here we go again. It is an ace. That's the great card. Ray didn't like seeing that one come up there at all. Susan, are you going to continue?
I'm going to continue all the way lower.
Lower than an ace. If this is lower, we have a champion once again. It is a 9. Susan, your second win. Congratulations. I know you love seeing that ace come up there. Ray, you didn't look happy that ace came up there at all. You get $100, some nice party. That's nice. That's good. That's a nice thing if you had a good time. Thank you, Ray. Susan, come on down here with me. Congratulations again. Susan, yesterday it was $600 with the money cards. Let's see if we can go for thousands this time. It'll be coming up right after this. All right, Susan. Now, the last time we played the money cards, you had a bit of bad luck, but you came out of it okay with $600. This time we'll go for thousands, right?
Right.
You ready? Then let's open the board and get to the money cards. All right, Susan, let's get up there and do it. Good luck. Here's how we do it with the money cards. The $200 you've won in the game is yours to keep. Now we've got a brand new deck, and we're going to give you new money to play with. This time you're going to bet that money. Starting on the bottom line, $200 to bet on these 3 cards that Ann is putting in right now. When you move up to the second level, we add another $200 of betting money, and you can bet that money as you wish. $50 minimum bets until you get to that top card, that big bet. And there you have to bet at least half the money. Now, it can add up. You know it can add up. And let's do it this time. You ready?
Yes.
Good luck.
I'm ready.
Here's $200 to start off with.
Okay.
and a choice of 2 base cards as always. Here's your first base card. Let's get a good one now. It is a 7. Not too good. You want to play that or you want to change it?
No, I want to change it, please.
All right, you've got to play this one, Susan. Let's
Yes.
make it very low or very high. It is a 5. That's a better card.
That's
Okay.
better, yeah.
Susan, you have a 5. You have $200. What's your bet on this
I'm
card?
going to bet 150. The next card's higher.
$150. Higher than a 5. Remember, as in the game, another 5 and you lose. It must be higher. For $150, it is a jack. That's right. Okay. $350 now. Pretty good card, a jack. Susan, what's your bet on this card?
Okay, I'm going to bet 200, Jim, that the next card is lower.
Lower than a jack for $200. It's a 9. Yes, you did it. $550 now, Susan. You with a 9. What's your decision on this card?
I'm going to bet $50 that the next card is lower.
Try and play a little safe and hope we get a better
Yeah.
card. All right, for $50, lower than a 9, let's make it a deuce. It's a 7. A little bit lower. You have $600. We have a 7. Going to move it up to the next level and add that other $200 of betting money. 6. You have $800 now. You have a 7. Susan, what do you bet on this card?
I'm going to bet $200, Jim, that the next card is higher.
Higher than a 7 for $200. It's a queen. You did it again. Now we're into those big dollars. Now we got $1,000 and a queen, Susan. What do you bet here?
I'm going to bet $500 that the next card is lower.
Good luck. $500. Lower than a queen. It's a 4. A good card. $1,500 and a very good card. The 4. What is your decision here?
Okay, I'm going to bet $500 again that the next card is higher.
500 higher than a 4. It's a queen. $2,000. Queen moves up. You've got to make that big bet now. You must bet at least $1,000. You can bet more. You've got a good card. You have $2,000. What is your big bet? They say all of it, but that's easy for them to say. It's not their money.
No, I'm going to bet $1,000 that the next card is lower.
That's all right. You say lower, you'll have either $1,000 or $3,000. Let's go. Lower than a queen. Come on, $3,000. It is. $3,000. Atta girl, Susan, way to go. That's a good win. You're doing terrific. You got $4,000 now, lady. We will be right back, right after we take time out for this. Good win. Susan Riley, a fine broth of a lass now. You didn't do so well with the first money cards. Did great with this one. $4,000 now.
Can't believe it.
You can't,
It's
you're
great.
doing great. Let's see if we can keep it up now.
Hope so.
We are going to load up brand new cards for the next match. Janice, if you will. And while she's doing that, let's meet our new challenger on Card Sharks. Hello, Tommy.
Hello.
Tommy Hatfield, right? Thanks that you're here with us.
Thank you.
Tell us something about yourself.
Okay, I'm a senior majoring in business here in California. I'm a transfer student from University of North Dakota. I'm married, and we have a 5-month-old baby girl.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's good. What do you like to do when you get out of college?
I hope to go into personnel work.
Good. Well, good luck, and good luck in the match
Thank
here now.
you
You're up
much.
against a tough champion.
Oh, I know
Tommy,
it.
as you know, you'll be playing the lower cards, the blue cards. Susan, the champion, plays the red cards on top. Good luck in the match as we start with the first high-low toss-up to you, Susan. We asked 100 Playboy bunnies, is it important to you that the man you marry be wealthy? How many said it was important?
I think Playboy bunnies aren't much different from other women, so I'd say 67.
67. You
think
kind of
it's
like
important.
that, huh, Susan? It's important. Tommy, what do you think? How important is it, higher or lower?
Oh, I think it to be more important to some bunnies, so I would say higher.
Even higher than
Yes,
that?
I would.
You're not giving the Playboy bunnies a lot of credit. Let's find out. The actual number of Playboy bunnies who said it is important to marry a wealthy man is 41. It's not higher. It's lower. Yeah, they did pretty good with Playboy bunnies. Susan, here's your base card for this game. It is a 2. Yes.
Yeah.
Do like to see them come up.
Yeah, I love it. I'm going to go on. I'm going to say the next card is higher.
Higher than a 2. It is a king. Yes. Very low to very high. As always, you can freeze or you can continue.
No, I'm going to go on. Next card, lower.
Lower than a king. It is. Oh, it's another king. Wow. The odds counter against that, but it worked out well for Tommy, who gets a look at her base card. It is a 6. Not a very good card, but you must play it. Tommy, you didn't answer the question. Call this card.
I would say it's higher, please.
Higher, please. Yes, higher than a 6. No, it's not higher. It's lower with a 4. Janice, fill in the spaces if you will. And we will get to the next high-low toss-up question right after we take time out for this commercial message. Don't go away. We need you. Well, that's all the time we have for now. We'll pick this game up next time. And Tommy and Susan were talking. You were talking about the money cards that Susan just played. You said what? You thought you should have bet it all with those $2,000
The
up there?
audience told me to bet it all, but I was a chicken.
Well, that's a lot of money, though. You're really taking a chance when you do that. For somebody to go all the way to the top with $28,800, that takes a lot of guts and a lot of good cards. Who knows? Maybe somebody do it next time. Maybe it'll be one of you two lovely ladies. Come back and see us. You come back and see us next time, won't you? On Card Shark. Bye-bye.
Some of our contestants will receive Serta's Perfect Sleeper Mattress, an exclusive Serta-Lock foundation. Provides firm support where you need it, luxurious comfort where you want it. Perfect Sleeper by Serta. And La Machine, the complete food preparation system from France. It's like having a chef at your side. La Machine by Molinex. And Westclox looks ahead in time. The smartly styled compact Big Ben solid state LED digital AM FM instant on clock radio from Westclox Vitale Industries. And a collection of Berkeley paperback books featuring Romany Passions by Alexandra Ellis, a passionate tale of gypsy love set in 19th century Hungary, furnished by Berkeley Publishing. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.